Okay, everybody, we're back with another video about higher ups best guns, and today we're gonna talk about the destroyer class. If you didn't watch the first video, I was talking about assault class. I will drop a link in the description if you guys wanna watch it. Anyway, we are talking about the destroyer today, and there are 10 primary guns in this class, and we were gonna skip over the introduction because we had a pretty lengthy one in the first video, and we're gonna just dive right in and talk about the guns and see what's good, what's bad, and what's ugly in this class. So the first one at the top is the RPK 74, which is a tier 2 gun. And it's a tier 2 gun because it uses 545 by 39 and only 45 bullets in a magazine, which for a machine gun is kind of low caliber. It's not much to say about anything else except the recoil, which is 27. It's a very good recoil, but other than that, it's just average, I would say. And of course, it doesn't have tactical device like RPKT has to lower the recoil even further, but it's still a good recoil for 27, so I can't really comment on that. Other than that, it's just average stats, which brings it right in the middle in tier 2. MP133, Sega, and Fabarn, as we discussed in the previous video, they all go to tier 2, and Spaz goes to tier 3. They are very situational guns, and there is a lot of personal preferences that comes into play when choosing shotguns in higher ups and in any FPS for that reason. So let's just put them. So Sega, Spaz, Spaz goes to tier 3, Fabarn tier 2, and MP133 tier 2. Okay, then we go into more better guns like HK243, which is a tier 1, by the way. And it's a tier 1 for a couple of reasons. It's one of the best guns that unlocks pretty early in the game with 556 bullets. It has a super low recoil at 26. I brought it with my attachments. It has an excellent fire rate at 80. It really is a decent primary gun for the destroyer class. It goes up to tier 2, as we already said. The next gun will be RPD, which is a tier 2 gun. And it's a tier 2 gun because if you look at the stats, and let's compare it with RPKT. So they both use 7.62 by 39. RPD actually uses 100 bullets in a magazine, which is it's a plus, definitely. But other than that, it stays somewhere in the middle, right? It's not much to talk about it. If you look here, it doesn't take the HHS, which I truly enjoy using on all my guns. It doesn't take any of the recoil reduction attachments that I usually use. It takes burst, which is good. And then, of course, it has uses the MG bullets, which is pretty good because of the minus 15% recoil reduction. But again, it just misses so much in the first two slots for the sight and for the compensator. So just because of that, And because it just looks like an average gun, really, we're gonna have it in the tier 2. So the next one, and the only gun, actually, only primary gun that will go into the meta tier list is the RPKT. RPKT features 75 bullets in a magazine, 762 by 39. It has a somehow or somewhat decent recoil at 36. It takes HHS, which I really do enjoy. It has a good compensator, and it takes a good tactical device. And on top of everything, it uses you can attach the TR-139, which will make basically this gun to act as a sniper rifle or as a marksman rifle if you want to, if you put it in single fire. So because of that, it's a decent, sweet machine gun. So if you, for whatever reason, have to play with destroyer, or you like playing with the destroyer class, this is a really good option. Okay. So yeah, RPKT goes into the meta tier for the destroyer. And then we have two guns here that I'm yet to unlock, the PKP and the IAR. PKP is a tier 2 gun. It stays somewhere in the middle. Just by looking at the stats, if we compare them with the RPKT, it's nothing to be impressed with. Anyway, I did some math, and using the attachments, and well, let's just say it uses, it's on a positive side, it uses all the attachments that I actually like to use. It uses the HHS, it uses other attachments that I like. So if we use all these attachments, I can actually bring the recoil down to 42, which is not necessarily bad considering the large 762 by 54 R ammo that it's also used by the SV98. So it's a decent option to use. Of course, it's using any of this tactical, and of course, on top of everything, we can use the MG, which also will reduce the recoil even further. So not a bad gun necessary, but it's still somewhere in the middle. We'll see once we unlock it if it could be better than what it says here on the paper. But for now, it's gonna stay in the middle tier. Which brings us to the last gun in the destroyer class, which is the IAR. Which is one of the interesting guns of this class. Probably the worst thing is that well, I have 600 hours in the game and I still didn't unlock it, so it unlocks very hard. You have to play a lot of the game to get to it. But it uses my favorite attachments, and I could bring the recoil down by 48%, which is crazy if you think about it. So basically, I could bring it down to 27. Okay. It's comparable to HK243 because they use both the same exact ammo and the same exact magazines, and only 2 magazines you can carry in the game. So same fire rate, almost identical stats for pretty much everything else. The only true downside again is just it unlocks very late in the game. It goes to tier 2 next to HK243, and let's hope for this one again that once we unlock it, actually is gonna be super good. Who knows? It could be a meta tier if indeed it's a good gun to play with. And another thing that I forgot to say about PKP is that it's actually using the TR-139 scope. So basically, this crazy 100 bullets 762 by 54R combined with single fire and this scope TR-139, which has this crazy magnification from 1 to 9, it's making this PKP machine gun actually act as a marksman rifle or sniper rifle in single fire mode. So we'll see once we unlock it. I may just have to go back and talk a little bit about the gun once I have it. But it could be that actually it could be better than it's what it is on the paper. And I would expect that since they are these two guns, they are hard to unlock. So we'll see. Anyway, that was it for today, guys. I'm gonna come up with another 2 videos, one about sniper class and another one about recon. So keep an eye on the channel, and till then, have fun and see you guys in a battle. Bye now.